Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of I Have No Idea What I'm Doing. Let's get down and dirty, girls. All right, so this episode today is ghosting. Oh, there's a beautiful song from Katy Perry, the one and only who I always quote, called Ghost. And it's so beautiful. Ghosting is not cool. It's just not. Communication is everything. I mean, is there really any excuse to ghost? I don't know. I just think like it's so immature. It's just communicate. When I was in my younger 20s though, I will say like ghosting to me was like, "What? Well, he doesn't like me. What did I do wrong?" And I would always be questioning like myself. But why would I like here's my thing, guys. Why do you, first of all, get so upset for somebody you barely know within a week? He don't know you. You know, she doesn't know your whole life. He doesn't know what they upset you or how to upset you or what's your favorite color. I'm like, there's you can't be upset. It's this is unfortunately now we're at this point in life where I think everything is given to people so suddenly because we have a swipe or just constant gratification that like I think people who ghost know that they will get another instant gratification through someone who talks to them. It sucks. It's really sad. I don't understand it. I never will. I'm not really that person. Personally, I'm not that person to ghost people. I'm just kind of like, I would say full 2 weeks after talking to somebody and they give you their number or you give them their number. And if they're not interested texting you, they're most likely going to ghost you. I will say though, I've had fair shares of mutual ghosts. Those I will say that's kind of the best where you just don't really each text each other. That I kind of feel like is fair because people are busy and people have lives and it is what it is. But I would say if you're talking to somebody with like max 3 weeks and then you ghost, that's kind of messed up. Even though I know you guys don't fully know each other, a week, 2 weeks, yeah. But like 3 weeks, if you're pretty consistent on texting every day or communicating, and then all of a sudden it's like, what? Um, a little weird, I will say. I think you just need to be transparent when you're going on the dates, being honest with like yourself and who you are. And just, for me, since I'm in my 30s now and I go on a date, I cut the BS. I go straight for the hard questions. And that's me because I know deep down my future man or whatever, the man that I will be with is going to love that because the older you get, you just I hate doing that little let's get to know each other, blah, 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 blah. No, it's like, do you want kids? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you feel like whatever job you're doing right now is consistent? Have you gone to school or do you have a passion? To me, somebody who has motivation and is like thoroughly happy with their life and where they are, to me is so sexy. Like, ugh, I love that. I think it's so inspiring. And I just feel like when we're dating, you want to be kind of inspired by that person and motivated because then when they're in their funks or something, they could be inspired by you. And I feel that when it comes to ghosting, it's just not like gonna solve your problems. It's sad. It's mostly poor communication and it's a lack of like I hate to say it, I think loving yourself because I think people who truly like are comfortable and happy with themselves can confidently be like, "Hey, I don't really can communicate to the person who they're dating and they're not vibing." You can be, you can say, "Hey, I don't think this is working out. I think you're a great person, but just want to let you know going forward, like, guys, I'm very blunt. Like I kind of have like a three strikes you're out, but I don't tell them that. Now I just told the world. But um and I do my little checklists, and once I see more and more red flags, I communicate and say, "Hey, but I never will I will say, like, when I communicate to somebody that isn't working, I'm never like, "Well, you're short. You're a little on the heavier side. You know what? You have kids. You know what? So it's blah 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 blah." Like, no, I just kill them with kindness, and I go, "Hey, I just don't think I'm the right girl for you right now." And that's just how it is. And hopefully the next girl for you works out. Best of luck. Because I'm telling you, like, you can swipe another guy in a heartbeat. It's not that hard. Same with girls. It's you can swipe it. There's so many fish in the sea that it's not hard really to find. And I do think if you're patient and you wait and you kind of stick to what you who you are and kind of what you value in a person, that person will come for you. I believe. I remember I went on a date and I really liked him. And I will say though, he was very nice and touchy, but this is when I knew I should have known the red flag. He, ugh, he put me right next to him. And I'm not that couple that sits next to my man. I want to sit across from you so I can see you, understand you. He sat me next to him. And guys, this was like a local bar, like just random. I think it was like a Monday night. I was like, whatever. I was a little hungry, right? And I was like, okay, cute, little free dinner. Let's do this. He then was a little touchy with me. And I do think, like, personally for me, I'm not super touchy on the first date. I kind of want to make him work for it. I want to be like a cat where I'm like, love me, but don't love me. I'm here for you, but like, I'm going to run away. And I think it works out because then they kind of want you more. I mean, play hard to get, right? And so I was on a date with him, and this is what back to like the ghosting. We were talking for like a good 2 weeks, and I was like, cute. 2 weeks, great. Because nobody, I said this in my last podcast. If they don't talk to you within a full week, once or twice throughout the week, they're not interested. Promise you, they're not interested. If a guy is into you, he will text you or call you. I'm telling you right now, especially for my girls that are like me, that like a call, because I'm a call me kind of girl. Oh my god, he'll be hypnotized. I promise. If he likes you, but yeah, didn't call me. I always felt like I was initiating. And sometimes people are just like not texters, but I will say if the person you like and they like you, they're going to text you, they're going to call you, they're going to communicate with you. And that was his way of saying, "No, girl, I kind of wanted just to get laid and keep it moving." Which is so crazy because I do feel like with that particular situation, you get to know them for a couple days, you kind of tell them some cool stories or whatever, and then it's like they just don't take you seriously. So I guess my advice for you is when you're talking to somebody on a dating app, don't give them all the spicy tea. Give them the little, well, I have a sibling, short and simple. Then he will probably ask you those questions. Well, for me personally, like, I hate small talk over text. I'm just like, either call me or let's just go on the date already. But I will say I've had experiences where I've like done a lot of texting with guys, but I don't know. I think there's really no handbook to it. I think it's just all about how the universe kind of takes you to where you and that person are going to be. I just also think though, people are constantly looking out for constant validation. So I just think like if you're on a date with him, he's probably just looking to feel good about himself. And it's kind of effed up because when I go on dates, yeah, I feel great about myself, but I'm not there to like go for myself and feeling confident and like, oh, this guy, I got another guy. No, I'm going there because I'm clearly interested. You got me out of my house when I could be just chilling, watching Housewives and doing literally nothing, which I love. Or I could be with my friends, tanning at the pool. And if you're not invested in me and you just want to come in and tap it and leave, I'm not interested. It's so you're not alone. I have been ghosted. I have ghosted. So let me talk about the experience of me ghosting somebody. I went on a date with this guy and I'm get out of the Uber and we're at this pizza place and my gut even knew something was off. And I'm telling you, if your gut just feels off, don't do it. But I did it because it wasn't that far. I was like, whatever. It's a spring night, I think it was, and I'm just gonna go do it. And so, um, I like specifically asked the Uber guy to kind of drop me off at the corner, not at the bar, so I could kind of do a walk by. This homeboy looked nothing like him, and was playing me up. I was like, really? And I was like kind of hiding, not really in a bush, but I was like hiding kind of behind a bush rock kind of thing so that like he couldn't see me. So it looked like I was just like smoking or like just texting and waiting for my Uber or something. And I just was kind of like looking to see if that was really him. And he's like, yeah, I'm sitting at this. And I was like, I can't. So I just walked myself home. But um today's kind of a short one, guys. I just wanted to let you guys in about ghosting because it's real. If you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, please DM me, comment anything so that when I talk about the next possible episode of weird dates, we can include a little bit of ghosting again and how though some others' experiences are similar because I don't want you guys to feel left out. We're all in this kind of together journey of dating and being ghosted. It's so weird being ghosted. I don't understand it. I just wish people can communicate and say, hey, I'm not into you. And I highly recommend that if you are not into them, kill them with kindness and say, you know what, at the end of the date, you know what, this was so nice. You're going to find someone amazing, but I'm just not that girl for you. And I wish you the best. Have a great day. Get home safe. And then just leave. Leave. You saved yourself. Then he will probably thank you later on because he will then learn from that. Don't give him an excuse of what he did wrong or anything unless it was inappropriate. Then go from there. But, that's what I do if I'm on a date or I'm talking to somebody. But personally, I'm just going to let you in. I said this in my last episode. I have them call me or I FaceTime. Yep. Because I know when I sit down at that date, I'm going to know if I'm into you in 5 minutes. That's how I am. I'm just one of those little Charlotte queens where I just know. Yep, that's the one. Nope. Yep, we're connecting. But also, I will say, I've gone on, like, I sometimes will give, if I like them, if I'm iffy in the beginning, but I could see potential, I give them 2 dates because you kind of have to see where it goes because people get nervous. So instead of ghosting, unless it's a real bad one, maybe give them a second chance because now they just saw you. They're getting used to you and they'll probably be a little bit more calmer and tamer because even people who fake it till they make it are nervous. I do it all the time. I can but I can fake it on the most shittiest date that I'm happy. But I'm still nervous deep down where I'm like, "Oh, this is awful. I hate this." But I don't want to hurt his feelings. But I will say you're not hurting somebody's feelings by letting them know that you're not into them because you don't want to like get their hopes up and lead them on. Because leading somebody on and then making them feel awful for you to not getting like vibing or not um clicking just makes them feel worse, and it's not nice. So, and I've will say I've done that before where I've led a couple guys on and I'll talk to them and it's not cute. It's just not cute. I mean, we're too old for that. No, 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 no. And I get it. Sometimes we're bored and we want attention. But you know what? You can go get attention from something else. Like distract yourself. I don't know. You don't need to go on a date to feel validated. You shouldn't. You should go on a date when you honestly are really busy and are preoccupied with something that you are loving, work, hobby, or whatever, because then that gives you more of a chance to talk about who you are on the date, and you're willing to put yourself out there, because let's be real, being on a date with somebody, you're putting yourself out there. And I'm proud of you that you do that. And I'm proud of you that you gave yourself a shot. And you know what? If you ever want to talk about it, DM me. I'm here. We can laugh. We can talk about it. I'll be here for you if you